Saturday in the studio, come on in. Lisa and Dave, let the fun begin. Grab your stamps, your paper, your glue. We've got crafty inspiration just for you. Colors and layers, memories to keep. Laughing and creating joy runs deep. Cards and pages made with heart. Let's make some magic, let's make some.
Hi friends, good morning. My name is Lisa Schmidt and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I almost thought like Stampin' Up! Demonstrator extraordinaire. Well, must be feeling good about myself this morning. Welcome to Saturday in the studio. We are at the Refuge Little Falls and we have new friends and returning friends, which is always fun, both. So fun to meet new people and it's so fun to see people who have been here before. So shout out to the people upstairs. They're some of the quilts and scrapbooks that are being created. Amazing. So today I want to show you Valley in Bloom. It is just gorgeous. It is so pretty. It's in our new catalog, which just came out in May. So, and I don't know if you noticed, it looks like a magazine, which I really like about that. At first I was like, oh, kind of skinny. Well, there's 3 for the whole year. And like I said, it reads and it looks like a magazine, which makes me want to read it. Like it looks like a magazine. Love it. So on page 22 is Valley in Bloom. And there are so many great things in this. We've got this 3D embossing folder, which I'm not going to focus on today. Gorgeous designer series paper, which I'll show you. This what's called Luxe White, which I'll also show you. And then of course the stamp set and dies. And these little shimmering dots, I'm sad I left those at home, but that's okay. So anytime I see something that's a 1, 2, 3, 4-page spread, I think that is going to be a winner. We also have scrapbooking kit, which is pretty amazing to put together using this gorgeous paper. All right, let me set that aside. If you don't have one, let us know. We'll get you one. Here is the stamp set. So I've got backgrounds and here are the dies. I was like, that's not a die. Here are the dies that I can use. So I've got leaves, another leaf. We'll show you that. I'll show you that one with a beautiful, those lines just pop right out. And then a nice little background decor. And then the stamp set is just so cute. These are so pretty. And I love these little phrases I love fonts. So happy for you, grateful for you, forever kind of friend, happy birthday, little thanks to one of the nicest people I know. So love the font, love, love, love. Okay, do you get it that I love it? Let me show you this designer series paper because the paper is absolutely amazing. So first, let me use that one today. First we have the Lily of the Valley in a smaller font or smaller picture with our pool party behind it.
Every catalog.
Yes. And on the back side is this nice little print. And then there is this one, and on the backside in Darling Duckling are some flowers, just a solid green, and then a nice basic beige, just for some basic kind of, you need those basic ones. I'm going down in order of the way I like them. This one I just think is so beautiful with Lily of the Valley. I wonder if it's blooming out front. I'll have to go look. And then just our Darling Duckling. Is it Darling Duckling or Crushed Curry? I'll have to look. On the back, oh, look at this one. Look how pretty this is. I just about die over this one. I just think it's so, so gorgeous, like so wispy. And it is just a gorgeous set. And I can just see pictures on here as is. Like I don't have to do anything with it for scrapbook, or I can make cards with it. And then there's this one.
Hey, Tina. Hey, Cheryl.
And the thing I love about this one is
Mary BQ.
If I want to use these for cards, I can use scrapbook or cards, right? But the corner is always facing up. So we got the corner facing up and the corner facing up. So it's not like coming down. Anyway, very, very pretty. Didn't show you the back of those. Basic beige. Got some green. Very nice. Got some green. That'd be a nice color. They didn't ask me, but that'd be a fun color. Got some green. All right. And then the Luxe paper is really, really pretty. Let's see if we can get a good shine on that. See that? You can see the little bit of shine. And there's 3 different designs.
And I put a link in the chat for the Valley in Bloom suite, the whole suite, because who wouldn't want it all?
Look at this one. And how many people have a husband that says, just get it all? Only
Your
because
husband called. He said you can order it.
yeah, well, my husband says just get it all because you end up ordering a little bit and a little bit and a little bit, and you save money when you order it all. So there you go. All right, let's get started. I actually this is a card that Dave sent me yesterday. He's so great at, I don't know, things come up and he just sees them and he's like, oh, that one's cute, and he'll send it to me. So this is our garden green. It's just a standard half sheet. It's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. So I'm just going to give that a good burnish there. And then I am going to use the smaller background paper, and I'm going to use this Luxe White. You just got to see the shine on that, right? So I'm going to show you, this is kind of a fun card to make, and maybe I should show you where I'm going so you can see. This is another one I made, same design. So I'm going to show you how to cut these. It's simple. It's not hard at all. I was like, oh, those are just, it's hard to get good angles, but it's not. So this is using the bigger print and then using the Luxe has the one with the Lily of the Valley on it. So pretty, so pretty. And I stamped that on the inside. So let's come back to this one. All right, the way we're going to do this, grab my paper cutter and a pencil, okay? Paper cutter and a pencil. We are going to mark here. This is 1 inch and this is 2 inches. So we're going to mark 1 inch and 2 inches. So I'm going to do the 1 inch on this side for no particular reason. Make sure that doesn't have a direction. It does not. So I'm going to just line this up on my little line right here. So it's nice and close to my ruler. And I'm going to put a 1 inch. And down here I can see I'm going to do a 2 inch. Does it have to be exact? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It can be whatever you want. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it right now. So I've got my 1 inch by my 2 inch. And I did it backwards. What do you know? That's okay. We'll have our, oh no, I didn't. I did just fine. Yes, I did. Anyway, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We'll make it the other direction. And then up in the top, or the piece for the top, where I did my 1 inch, I want to do 3 inches. This just, one side of this is rough. So I want that to be my shorter side. That's why I keep flipping it. No other reason. So this one we're going to do, let's make sure we get this right. Yes, 3 inches right here. I'm going to go 3.5. I'm going to go all the way to the edge there. Or 3.25. Let's go there. 3.25, final answer. And then on this side, it's going to go right to the corner. So I don't need to mark anything, but I decided I'm using that middle one, right? And you're using a pencil, obviously, so that you could erase this. This has a back side and a front side, so it doesn't really matter. But go right to the corner there, go to my 2 inch line, 3 inch line, 3 inches, and there we go. All right, so this is going to sit like that. So it's a little different than the other one, and it doesn't matter. I mean, any which way you do it, it's going to look beautiful. So let me show you how. Let's see. The thing I thought of is like, well, why would I want to use all that designer series paper? It's really not that much under there. For this one, I did go ahead and cut that because whatever piece you have left over, you could use that as a template to cut out your designer series paper if you didn't want to use it all. I sometimes want to hold on to it, but I'll go ahead and just I'll bite the bullet and just glue it all the way on this one. And I am not leaving a border. I'm going all the way to the edge. So before I stick these on though, we are going to cut just a strip, one small strip of our lemon lime twist. And these I'm just going about 1/4. Doesn't really matter. About 1/4. Oh, I got a new blade. It's very exciting because it cuts so clean. Cleanly. That's an adverb, right? It describes how. I knew that. All right. So we're going to attach these little pieces on my silicone sheet. Dave always corrects me, so I wrote it down. We're going to attach these right onto here, purposely leaving it longer so I can get that whole edge to edge. You'll understand why in just a moment. I'm going to stick this one down. I want to leave that edge hanging out, and I want about that much.
About 1/8 of an inch.
Sure. My quilters would know that. And then same with this one. Okay. I'm going to grab this glue. I don't know why. Sometimes I must be out on that one. That's okay. All right. You want to replace that? I have one right here. Oh, we have our old glue. I use this because sometimes the new glue I find is harder for newer people to use. So I'm going to leave a little space there, the old glue, old adhesive, mono adhesive for glasses here. I will say the newer adhesive is, I think it's a little bit stronger, holds a little bit stronger. All right, so we've got those two pieces, right? Now we're going to go ahead and attach these. I'm not going to cut those until I attach them. You're saying, oh, now I see. And that is going to go here like that. So I'm going to attach those on, but I am going to, before I attach them, I'm going to cut them because I'm going to pop these up on this one, put them on a little dimensional. So let's get those like perfectly even. There we go. And grab our snips and just snip here. A little bit better. There we go. Hang on to it, and I can see a little bit of that snip this side. Like that. Got a little bit of that. That's okay. Now we've got a nice clean edge there. Let's do the same on the top. On the top, for a minute, I was like, wait a minute, what do I do here? Oh, I can figure this out. I'm going to hold it edge to edge. And I'm going to start with this one. This is just a straight edge. Let's make sure I got that all the way over. I don't want that designer series paper to show. It is easier if you just do it, the whole designer series paper. I don't know why I was like, I don't want to use that whole sheet. But the piece you have left over is sort of an awkward size.
Exactly.
Unless you're going to make another one. There we go. So you just cut that on a corner.
Could you do the reverse?
Say it again. Could I do it this way?
No. If you save that awkward piece,
yes.
those awkward pieces.
Yes, exactly right. Yeah, you could do the reverse of this for sure. That's what, yes. You'd have this piece only. But yeah, right. Exactly right. Took me a minute there, but okay, let's go ahead and pop this up. I think it gives a little dimension. I did not pop up my first one, but I think this one will look really good. Popped up. So.
And I put in the chat all the colors that coordinate with this designer series paper.
Love.
So we've got lemon lime twist, granny apple green, garden green, coastal cabana, and that pop accent color is blackberry bliss. Not in this particular sheet, but in others in the pack.
Nice. And I heard you say coastal cabana. I went ahead and used pool party because I thought that worked well with it too. Because it's such a light color in it that it doesn't really show up too much. All right, we'll just snip these. You do not have to do the whole edge. I don't know. I just want to on this one. It's so pretty. I don't know. I just want to. All right. One thing I love about crafting is that, like, you just do what you want. How many times in life can you just do whatever you want? All right, let's get some of that there. I'm going to go to the corner and just stick this little piece right here. That's plenty, more than enough. All right, before I stick that on, I'm going to adhere this to my card because then I have a flat surface. So I am going to use this. Do kind of miss that sound. I have our other one right here. I have a fresh one, but that's okay.
Hi, Diane.
Turn that right side up and line that up. And we'll take a quick peek and make sure we got, I think it's lined up pretty well there. Look at the inside, all good. Okay, so now I'm ready to attach these. And like I said, this is opposite of the other one. I'm not gonna say backwards. Backwards makes it sound like it's wrong. It's not wrong, it's just opposite. And oh, this one doesn't have the paper off yet. Let's get that off. Oopsie. Don't want to take the whole thing off. Just a little paper. There we go. And you'll notice I really like, if you've watched it anytime, you know I really like using the dimensional strips instead of the dots. I'll use the dots sometimes, but I do like using these dimensional strips. So
especially for things that are larger. I'm
going to turn this over so I can get right to the edge. There we go. You should be proud of me. I saw it, then I made one. I didn't just go for it here. I actually made one ahead of time, right? I made that other one. All right. And that really is our base. And then we can put words on the other one I had. I put the words here. I'm almost thinking about putting like words here, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe just down here, up here, anywhere. You can make a decision on that. But let's grab some. We don't want to use that paper because that's what Dave was saying. You could use these for the another card. I just want a little piece of white. That's going to go inside. And Use this one. All right, so my stamps are right here. Right here somewhere. All right, that happens. That just happens because I don't know where they are. They were right here, right? Okay, just pause. They were right here with me. They walk away sometimes. I'm telling you, they have like a life of their own.
These?
That's one of them. Come on. Where are they? All right, well, I will find them because they're not in here. I'll find them while Dave does his little commercial, and then I'll continue on. Then you'll get to see where I decide to put it. I don't know, but I don't really need anything else. If I come back to this one, you can see I don't really need anything else on it. I mean, it's pretty the way it is. So you can have a meet, you can have a gap, you can have, I guess I did do the triangle that way. I just did this one the opposite way. Doesn't matter. So, all right, Dave, why don't you do something and I'm going to find my stamps, which were right here a moment ago.
Sure.
Thanks.
So as you know, for anything you ever need in stamping, go to thestamperstudio.com. Once you land there, we have a number of different things. And for some reason, it just went blank. Let's go back here. See why our screen share is not screening. There we go. Bingo. Back in business. All right, so go to thestamperstudio.com. Once you're there, when you land, right up at the top, we have Shop for Products. And this is where you can go and order things like the suite that we are featuring today. Now, when you come in, and actually I'm in as a demonstrator, so I'm just going to skip that and continue on. One of the things when you get in here, you will see the new products, one of which is the product of the month. Every month, when you place an order of $75?
Yes.
$75, you have the opportunity to purchase a special item. This month is Berry Botanical Vellum Specialty
Looks
Design.
So pretty. I can't
paper.
Wait to get it. Sorry, hon. I got to place another order.
And you get that for just $5. The product of the month you always get for just $5. And the nice thing is that you can continue to order them. Here is April's product of the month. They will stay available until they're sold out. So right now you can still get April. I will say this Eyelet Blooms die is gorgeous. If you didn't get it, I would highly recommend doing that. But product of the month. So anytime you come in, spend $75, you can then order the product of the month for just $5. Now, at the Stamper Studio, I also want to mention something else. You've heard me talking about Stampin' into Summer. And if you watch regularly, you know that Monday was the deadline. But Monday was the deadline if you wanted to get the party box, the whole event where we send you all of the products to go ahead and make the 9 make and takes. But you can still register for the digital version. What does that mean? You get added into our group, so you get to watch the broadcasts. You can watch them live, 3 hours on Friday, May 29th, 3 hours Saturday morning, and 3 hours Saturday afternoon. Or everything is recorded, so you can come back and watch it at your leisure. But you still have the advantage, the opportunity to come in and purchase the digital version, which gets you access to all of the broadcasts, and we will send you the PDFs, the instructions for each of the make and take projects. So don't worry, friends, you still have an opportunity to participate in Stampin' into Summer. And again, just go to thestamperstudio.com, scroll on down to Stampin' into Summer, and you will be taken right there.
All right, silly me, I did find them. They were right under the dies. So there we go. What do you know? Right where I put them. But sometimes it feels like you can't find things. All right, I am going to choose Happy Birthday because I just thought either place I put that's going to be really fun. So we will just go ahead and finish this. Isn't it so great? Teamwork makes the dream work. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm just going to trim this literally as a rectangle. Just cut that off. And I'm going to go this way.
So slide your trimmer down just a little bit.
Of course. Oh, you don't want to look at just a blank trimmer?
No.
Okay. There we go. All right. So I've got my little happy birthday. And then I could decide, oh, where do I want to put it? Here's cute. Down here is cute. I think I'm going to put it in this space because it feels really big right there to me. What do you think, Dave?
I would put it following the bottom angle in that space. Nope.
Oh, here?
Nope. Up. Up
Here?
onto the dice. No.
Here?
Yes.
Oh.
There you go.
We communicate great too. I love it. Dave has a really good eye. If you know anything, he decorated the whole Refuge Little Falls. So awesome. Love it. I'm not going to pop that up. I do realize this one, I did not take off that paper because it popped right off. There we go. All right. So, and then let's go ahead and not throw, but we'll put one on the inside. And I think I will go ahead and stamp the blooms or the Lily of the Valleys again on that in Garden Green. So really pretty, really using that designer series paper. And I don't have stamping on this one, but I'm just going to stamp that there. So pretty.
Very pretty.
Yep. And I'll go ahead and stick that in. Whoops. Just like that. Funny, I saw a little edge here that didn't, but that's okay. There we go. Didn't come all the way out. No worries. All right. So there is that little card with the just beautiful paper. Okay.
Well, that's something, I mean, if you just have a small scrap of really any designer series paper, you could make this work.
Yep. Yep. So just think it's really, really pretty using lemon lime twist, and this is using our Garden Green. So opposites. There we go. I do have one more card that I want to make for you, and I think it's kind of wow. Haven't made it before, but I think it's going to be a wow.
Uh-oh.
All right. I want to show you these scalloped blooms dies. Now, when I look at this, I'm like, oh, that's fun. Scallop blooms, like they're huge. They're huge. If you haven't seen the balloons they're quite large. So I actually die cut out of the Luxe paper, the third one that we haven't used yet.
I think some of the larger dies like this are really a response to the resurgence of scrapbooking.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
I think it makes great focal points for your scrapbooks, easy to layer and map photos and write journals, all that stuff. I think works great with the larger size dies.
All right, so I am going to use Pool Party, like I said, starting with our standard card again. For whatever reason, I did not score this one, but that's okay. There we go. Well, it comes out a little cleaner if you score it. Now, here's what I was thinking, and then I this morning modified a little bit, and I see there's a little spot there. I don't know if you can see that, but I can, but it's going to get covered. So I was thinking, oh, I'm going to score this and tuck it under, and how fun would that? Oh, yeah, how fun would that be? And then I thought, oh, but I need something. I want to hide this basically. So I decided I'll put this on. This will tuck underneath, and I'll glue that onto there so the whole thing opens, which will be pretty. You could use this as its own card, but I'm just going to actually make sure this covers the card and use the card to make a little score line right here. So, all right, so that is going to go, I'm just going to fold that and burnish it, and that's going to go behind this designer series paper, just like this. Isn't that cute? I mean, that could be, like I said, that could be a really fun type of card. We'll have to do that another time. But let's go ahead and, it's very strange using the old adhesive.
You're so used to the new one.
I am. I want to center that. There we go. Just like that. That looks pretty centered. And just stick it all the way in there. There we go. I'm just going to burnish that one more time. Make sure that stays nice and closed. All right. So if you were going to do it on here and have this be your opening, so pretty, you just put another little piece, another little scallop inside. That would be your card. Or you can do it like this, and that's your card. What do you think? I mean, we could still do the other one. I think that could be pretty too. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and decorate this before I just think that'd be cool. All right. My brain runs a million miles an hour. And so sometimes, I know, right? Sometimes it's like, okay, take a breath. So some things we have, we have this little background, which is kind of a cool thing. And it's got these little, put my pencil away, and I'm going to pop out some of these little pieces. I'm surprised I don't have a little brush here, Dave. I usually do.
You do.
I do. But I'm going to go ahead and pop out these, just get some of those out. And some of you know, like, oh, what are you going to use next? Well, let me tell you what I'm going to show you what I'm going to use.
Take your pick works so well for that.
I know, but I'm going to use my new toy.
Oh.
All
Oh
right.
boy.
Oh boy. So I could just like dump that in the trash, but why? I have this cute little vacuum. Love it.
Hold it sideways so they can see it. Just a little vacuum.
I
Vacuums
love
up your
it.
tabletop.
So Dave just said, "Did you just order another one of these?" I'm like, "I did, so I can have one here and one at home." Look, see these? Fix them right up too. Sorry. It's the little things, you know. I just think surround yourself by things that make you smile, and that definitely makes me smile. So I'm going to use these cute little pieces. I'm going to do this longer side up. Don't worry, I won't vacuum up that little piece that I just flung out. And we're going to cut that, cut off the edges, but I can overlap opposite sides like this because the middle is actually going to get covered. And I sort of want as much like a full piece as much as I can. That makes sense. So I'm going to grab my acrylic sheet, silicone sheet, and I'm going to put some glue on here like this. Now this would have been a great one to put adhesive on and then to peel it off and stick it on the adhesive sheets.
Yes.
But I did not. So I'm just going to tap this in our glue like that. And that works just fine. So let's get this one out here. And then I'll trim the edge after. Now to let it dry, I'm just going to set a little block on it. This side, other side is clean, so I'm good. And then pick up my glue again. It's going to get something else is going to go on top of it. So it's going to hold it all in. It's all good. Oops, this way. All good. It's kind of fun to have a little background, little
texture.
Yeah, texture, geometric background. There we go. And I'm just going to set that there. Boom, like that. All right, I got to show you these leaves, and then we'll come back and glue those on. Look at how pretty these are. They have so much little
detail.
Detail, yes, they do. So I die cut out 3 leaves out of Granny Apple Green. That should be dry by now. And I'm going to go ahead and trim this because it's sort of in my visual field. I don't want that. There we go. Get that off. And I'm just going to trim right along that right along that scallop. Like that. And like that. Right here. Get that piece off. There we go. Pretty. Oh, a vacuum could pick those up. That's okay. All right. All right. What? Squirrel. I'm going to go ahead and stick these on. And if you know what I'm doing, I'm going to make a little bouquet of the lily of the valley. So I'm going to put these on like that, like 3 of them. And then we're going to put the lily of the valley on top. Now, I die cut out a beautiful little lily of the valley. And it is very dainty. I'll show you this. So it's just a little die. Now, the other die that comes with it for the bells are these 3 dies. Can you come closer, Liv?
I did.
These 3 dies. And I'm a little confused, honestly, because there's nothing that has 3, but this one has everything I need. So if I just die cut this one out of white, what do you know? I have everything I need, right? So we'll die cut that one out of white. And I did die cut it out of the same white that I'm using back here. I thought, well, how will that work if this one has little hashtags on it, if you can see them. And I thought, well, how will that work? I'm like, it's fine. It gives it a little bit of shimmer. And I thought, well, let's use, these would be great for a little ice cream cone. That's what I'm thinking. Not just because it's spring or like moving into summer. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these on. Should have done it right on top of my silicone sheet, which I'll bring back in here. There we go. All right, so these are going to stick on. There's one. I'm just putting adhesive on the bottom because I kind of want that to pop up a little bit.
Yep.
And we'll do this one also, just on the bottom, like that, maybe up or down a little bit. And then this one I'm just going to flip over so it has a little different wave to it. Let's pull these over just a tiny bit. And stick this one on. This is like a gorgeous, it's going to be a gorgeous card. All right, so there are those. And now we're ready to put our little blooms on. So you don't have to watch me make all of them. I did make 3, but I'm going to show you how to make 1, and then I'll pull in the others and we'll finish those up. So I am going to, my silicone sheet, in, out, in, out, in, out. I found the easiest and quickest way to do this is to just put little glue dots on these. Boom, 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 like that. Pop out that one little piece that I see right there. I don't want that. Okay. And then just cut the
Slide down
bells.
just a hair.
So sorry.
There we go.
Then cut out the bell. And what I found is if you just set it on the side, because first time I cut, stick, cut, stick. I don't need to do that. So I'm just going to set it where it goes because they are different sizes. Not in the glue, preferably. Okay, that's all right. Upside down, right side up does not matter. Actually, I'm going to cut all the ones on this side first. There we go. There's that one. And drop. And there's this one. And nope, you went to the wrong spot. There we go. And I can see I have that little, I don't know if you can see, but there's a little bit of the tab on top. Once you put it on the flowers here, it doesn't even show. Okay, this one. And there's one we're going to cut a tiny bit more. This one's going to go there. You'll see why I didn't want to do 3 of them in front of you. That would be very time consuming. Okay, that's gone. And this, you just have to cut around the little bell on that one. Yeah, fine. Okay, then I'm going to use my take your pick, make sure they're facing up, and take the other end, which is a pointer, take it off and stick them on. Boom. One. This is upside down. That one also happens to have glue on it already because it fell in the glue.
Hey, Jackie.
Hey,
Janet.
All right, stick that on. And here's this one. So obviously it takes a little bit more time, but I do think it's so worth it. It's going to be so pretty. Okay. And that's upside down. Let's get right side up. Stick that on. Okay, now that one you saw, it had a little tab on it, but you don't even notice that there. So they don't have to be perfect. Stick that on. All right, here we go. This one, upside down. There we go. Do like the take your pick. Picks it right up. Makes it so easy. They all kind of fell upside down. That's okay. So what I'm saying is you can see, I don't know if you can see here, there's a little tab on the bottom where I cut it. Still there. It's fine. Once it's on here, I don't even see it. So there we go. Beautiful. Now we're going to add a little bit of that pool party because we can and to make it look really pretty. I tried using a little blending brush and it was too big for this. So I'm going to use my Wink of Stella and just go ahead and pick up some of the paint. So I'm just going to turn it this way so I can get it. I'm going to start at the end because I'm left-handed at the bottom. Just give it a little bit of color. I don't know. That's what all of them have this. I had not noticed that if they do indeed have a little bit of color on them. I've not noticed that, but I'm going to go out in the garden today and I'll look carefully, or maybe it's just to make it look pretty. I don't know. Looks pretty though. All right. This bottom one started there because it's dark. There we go. All right. Just a little bit of color and so easy to add that color. Close that up. All right. So here is, isn't that pretty? So I already did the other 2 that we're going to put on. I know, just for you. I did 3 of them. Let's get that, there it is. Isn't that pretty? So those are going to sit right on here, like this. 1, a little lower, and 2, like that, and another one. Look how pretty it is. Come on. I'm going to go a little lower. See, I need to go a little bit lower, and the leaves are still fine there, and I'll put a little, what am I going to say? Little twine right here. So how am I going to get those to stick, you might ask? Great question. I am actually going to use a glue dot. Where's my glue dot? Here they are. I'm going to use a glue dot and just stick one down there because it's so small. I'm not going to try to glue on each one, but my glue dot is right there. I am going to, oh, that didn't work so well. Let's grab our glue dot and stick it there. There we go. I'm going to grab one more. Here it is. I'm going to use my take your pick. I think I have a tool for this. I'm going to grab my little glue dot here and I can stick it right there. There we go. All right. And then, because then these I can just literally stick on like that. one. Aren't they pretty?
So pretty.
Especially with that little bit of background. Of course, that spot didn't have a glue. There we go.
Hi, Joanne.
We'll stick that there. And then this last one, we're going to stick over here.
Joanne, this one is in the catalog. The Valley in Bloom is the complete suite, or Lily of the Valley is the stamp set. And there's a bundle.
I want the middle one. I might cut these bottoms. I want the middle one to stick up a little bit higher than the others. So I'm just going to grab this little stem if I can and pull it down like that. There we go. Just to make it pretty. And they smell so good. You know, Lily of the Valley smell lovely. I will say, though, they grow like crazy.
They do.
All right. I think I'm good there. Look at that. They're moving all over. Come on, stay. Probably because I didn't put a lot of glue down here. We'll leave it like that. So pretty. Very pretty. That's where my glue is going to go, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. And I did I did a double twine, double bow, and I am going to grab another glue dot here and stick that on there. Like this, right here. So pretty, like that. All right, come on.
So pretty.
Oh my gosh, gorgeous. So I'm going to glue this whole thing on here. After just lifting that and seeing I have so many loose pieces, I don't really want this piece to move. So I'm going to put adhesive. Usually I put it on the designer series paper. I'm going to put it on here. And yeah, Coastal Cabana is a little bit darker than the Pool Party. I still think it looks really pretty. And like that. And I'm going to actually glue this down too because we don't want this popping up. No popping off, right? There we go. All right. So very pretty. We're going to put just one little word on it. Actually, it's 3 little words, but they, I know it's not one little word, it's 3 little words. So grateful for you, I think would be a really nice one. I was thinking a little thanks, but I think the so grateful for you because, wow, if I got this, I probably would frame it.
4 whole words.
Pardon me?
4 words.
No, we're so grateful for you. Here it is. A little bit bigger. That's okay. I'm going to use that one. And my block is a little bit wonky here. Oh, the green is on the back. Okay, I'm like, wait, I don't want green. And I'm going to try see what it would look like in Pool Party first. And if Pool Party is too light, then we will move to the Garden Green. But I do think the Pool Party could be very cool. Find a straight edge. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, yeah. Well, I think that's just a nice little, yeah, yep. I'm going to go with that because it's just soft. It's pretty. And we're going to grab, I think I'm just going to cut it uneven on this like that. Sometimes
Morning, Lori.
When you can't, or when I don't have a shape to cut it out, that's okay. I'm just going to make it purposely crooked. Make that a little smaller there. There we go. All right. So grateful for you. Stick it right here. I kind of don't, I'm not sure I like the shape, but I'll fix that later. So stick that on there. So pretty. I think the words are a little bit big. So I might go with something smaller, but isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. All right, here's the cards we made. These 2, very, very pretty. And I want to show you 2 other cards. Let me just set the one with the most beautiful one aside. And we have this one. Isn't that pretty?
Very pretty.
I think so too. I don't think I stamped anything on the inside, but this is using basic beige as a little background with our...
Helps the white to pop.
Yeah, I like the white pop too. Textured notes dies for this one. And then I wanted to try one with the stamp and actually coloring it. And this is actually Berry Burst, but I think it looks very close to the Blackberry Bliss.
Yep.
So, and this is that scallop again. And this one just goes like that. Isn't that fun?
Very fun. So
I'm going to leave this one here because that is, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm dying. I hadn't made it ahead of time. I just made the pieces. So pretty. So that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed that. Obviously, some of these are a lot bigger or more in depth, but the first card we made was pretty quick and easy. And then this one takes a little bit more time. Put my bow back there. There we go. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed that. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. But until then, man, have a great weekend. It is so nice outside. It's 61 degrees here in Minnesota already. It's supposed to get up to 73, which, woo, love the sunshine. I'll be out in the garden. I will see you on Monday, but until then, happy stamping.
Saturday in the studio, come on in. Lisa and Dave, let the fun begin. Grab your stamps, your paper, your glue. We've got crafty inspiration just for you. Colors and layers, memories to keep. Laughing and creating joy runs deep. Cards and pages made with heart. Let's make some magic, let's make